All right, welcome back to another video here. Hope you're having an amazing day whenever you're watching this. So in today's video, I wanted to talk about how to exactly make money on TikTok Shop. And I want to go over specifically the 3 different ways that you can make money on TikTok Shop in 2025. So a quick introduction here. My name is Jackie. I run a TikTok Shop focused agency here in the States, and we mainly are serving 8 to 9 figure brands, helping them to become the category leaders in the space on TikTok Shop. So without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So the first thing I wanted to talk about is, if you don't know what TikTok Shop is, I highly recommend you to take a look at this new commerce platform that has emerged off of the very well-known social media channel called TikTok. Essentially, TikTok Shop lives inside of the TikTok platform. It's similar to Amazon, where it's a closed system where all the customers where purchases and conversions will happen only inside the platform. There will not be an action of the shoppers or people going outside the platform. From watching the video to clicking on the product page to buying the product and to receiving the product, all that entire customer journey, all the process will be done and finished on TikTok platform. So when this first came out, specifically in the US around August 2022, immediately hit the headline because this has become the next, what people call it, the social commerce era of commerce. And if you didn't know, TikTok Shop is already a $1 billion market globally. So obviously in the US, this is still a small chunk of the entire GMV or entire revenue of this platform. But obviously US is the fastest growing, and it will definitely become one of the biggest market for TikTok Shop. And also in 2024, TikTok Shop has already accomplished over $100 million on a single day during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, solely in the US market. And in 2025, you can only imagine how much more TikTok Shop could grow. And as an emerging platform, there are obviously a lot of people that are looking at this platform, this new opportunity, and wonder what are ways that you can also make money and become part of this huge growing thing that could eventually become the next Amazon. So in my point of view, this is definitely the best money making opportunity in the next 5 to even 10 years. So before I get into these 3 different ways of making money currently on TikTok Shop, I wanted to briefly talk about why it's so enticing and why it's become a better option for some of the beginners to participate or to join potentially on this money-making journey. So first is, it's relatively easier to start. TikTok as a platform it requires much less skill set or knowledge compared to Meta or some other these platforms. And the second is, it's less capital intensive. So obviously, Meta, Facebook ads has always been the most popular way for people to make money, whether to run ads to your e-commerce brand. But Meta has become very expensive to run ads on, simply because the competition has become so fierce over the past few years. But on TikTok, because there's less competition and there's fewer people, advertisers, or fewer sellers, so it's right now, at least in 2025, it's less competitive and it requires less money to get started. So obviously, I think this will not be like that forever. Every channel, every platform, as it grows, as it matures, it becomes more crowded, it becomes more competitive, it becomes more expensive to run ads or to grow. But right now, TikTok Shop, this is the best window to participate and jump right into this opportunity, simply because there's fewer sellers and there's also even fewer people as sellers who have figured out how to exactly succeed and how to exactly become a successful seller on TikTok Shop. So I think the first takeaway for you from this video is you need to start today, right? There's really no time There's no point of waiting up by the sideline anymore. You need to participate. You need to join the match and be part of this growing and emerging platform that's probably going to take over Amazon at some point. I'm not saying it's going to take over Amazon in the next 5 years, but I have strong belief and I have conviction, and I am pretty confident that TikTok Shop will grow to the size of Amazon where it's at today, if not even bigger. So with all that said, now let's actually go straight into what are the 3 ways you can make money on TikTok Shop. So first, I want to focus this whole video specifically on the US market, since we primarily service this market and we are the most familiar with this market, where I could speak to my experience and what we are seeing. So the first is simply as a seller, right? The most straightforward way to make money on TikTok Shop is become a seller to sell stuff on TikTok. Second, become an affiliate. And this has become one of the most popular and fastest growing online making opportunities that people are really taking note of. And a lot of people have really ventured into this side of the business. If you have, watching videos about on YouTube about TikTok Shop, you probably have seen people talk about how much money they have made as an affiliate. And this is absolutely a viable option. It's not a get money quick scheme. It's actually, I know a lot of people have made decent money by being an affiliate and even replace their full-time job. And the third is you can become a service provider, offer a service that is relevant to TikTok Shop. Similar to what we're doing as an agency, you can also sell a course or run a community. So now I wanted to go into each one of these options in more details. So the first one I wanted to talk about is how to become a seller. So the steps to become a seller are relatively easy and it's pretty straightforward, I would say, but obviously it's much harder to become a successful seller because the barrier to entry is pretty low. So essentially, how to become a seller in the US, you just need to have a US LLC, a entity registered and incorporated in the US, and you will need a passport, a US passport, or a US driver license in order to sell in the US. And the second is you do need to have inventory in the US. So another thing I want to clarify here is, unlike Shopify or the drop shipping model you probably are familiar with, TikTok Shop is very similar to Amazon, where you do need to have inventory on hand before you start selling, because TikTok Shop requires a 2 to 3 business processing time for you to drop the inventory to a carrier, and that whole process can only take 2 or 3 business days. Otherwise, you will be deemed as an illegible seller and potentially your shop will get banned. So this is very, very important. You do need to have inventory on hand. Then the third thing is, if you decided to sell on TikTok Shop, naturally the next question becomes, okay, what products are they going to sell? So there are obviously a lot of content now around how to identify the viral product to sell, how to jump on trends, how to identify emerging trends and whatnot. So there's already enough content on that, and I would love to make more content definitely in the future about what you should be looking at and what are products you should be thinking about to start on TikTok Shop. So I think just in general, you can fast track yourself into success. So the first is look at products and things that are already doing really well on TikTok Shop. That is by far the easiest way to sell on the platform. And TikTok Shop actually encourages sellers to take advantage of what's already working. It definitely promotes scams. It promotes counterfeits. Nonetheless, that is really, how people can fast track to success on TikTok Shop, which is you just sell viral products that are already getting traction and are already getting eyeballs. And second is identify emerging trends. So this one is definitely hard, but you have to kind of know where the market is going. You have to catch those early waves so that you can jump on those trends and capture those market share as it becomes bigger and bigger. So there are actually several trends that have happened in 2024. Obviously in 2025, there will be new trends emerge and the new things that people will be raving or be looking for. There definitely will be new things in 2025 that people will be looking for that become the headlines again and become viral. But you need to kind of train yourself to identify those opportunities. And then honestly, I think to become a successful seller, to become good at e-commerce, identifying trends is one of the skill set I feel like it's become more and more apparent and become more and more important over the next few years. And then lastly, you don't want to sell stuff that's too expensive. So this definitely depends on the category, right? Obviously, if you are selling large pieces of items, let's say furniture or couch, the price point for that is always going to be expensive. But what I mean by not selling things that are too expensive is look within your category. Are you kind of position yourself as a more premium brand? Then TikTok Shop might not be the best platform for your products yet, because still today, discounts, promotions are the most effective way to gain sales, to drive momentum on the platform. So that is a quick kind of go through and a walkthrough of how to become a seller on TikTok Shop. So next, I want to talk about how to become an affiliate. So I think compared to seller, becoming an affiliate is a much more attractive option. And I actually highly recommend people that have no previous e-commerce experience or have no kind of capital to start to just go with the affiliate route to become a creator. This has been, I think, by far the best option for anyone to start. Even if you have experience in the past where you have money, I still feel like being an affiliate, starting to create content, to learn what makes a content go viral, what qualifies as a good content, is a vital skill that you need to have going into 2025 and 2026. So to become an affiliate on TikTok Shop, again, pretty simple, very straightforward. First of all, you need to have an organic account, a TikTok account that has over 5,000 followers. So that's the first thing. And then you can start promoting, selling stuff through your content once you register or apply to become a creator. So there are already a few ways that you can improve and become a better affiliate. There are communities you can join, there are courses you can take. And another thing is just follow people who are really good at becoming affiliate and selling stuff, just learn from them on TikTok. So there's already a ton of resources around this. So you're definitely not alone on becoming an affiliate. There is already a huge community around that. But I think the one thing I do wanted to kind of like mention, and why, although this is the easiest option to start, why most people are still not seeing success is because they don't have patience. It does take a lot of persistence, perseverance to consistently produce content, consistently train yourself, consistently, improve over time through a countless of practices, failed videos, the videos that get 200, 100 views, right? It's really about not stopping, not quitting when you're in the beginning of producing those first 100 videos on your account. And truth is, I think if you talk to any of these successful affiliates, the thing that really that one common thing that's shared by most people is you really don't know when your video is going to blow up. You don't really know, right? What product's going to go well, what product's going to, be the best fit for your content style, or what makes a product go viral specifically on your account. But as you start to try out to experiment all these different things, you start to learn, oh, my account or the way I communicate and my audience really likes this set of products, or my persona or the way my persona or my content style really fits these type of products. So you really need to learn those things by doing. That's why to become an affiliate, I think the takeaway, if you want to become an affiliate and make money by doing this, by choosing this option, by choosing this route, is you just need to do a ton of practices. You have to be ready to fail a ton of times before you hit that first viral video. Cool. So the last thing I want to talk about, the way that you can make money today on TikTok Shop, is become a service provider. So there are several services that you can provide that are associated with TikTok Shop. You can become an agency like what we're doing today. You can become a consultant that provides consulting services to sellers. You can also run a community that services both sellers and affiliates, or sellers or affiliates. So there are many different ways that you can become a service provider. And I think, and there are already a ton of agencies that are providing this service, obviously. And there are also consultants and content creators that are providing some of these related services to help sellers, affiliates to grow and give them advice and tips. My suggestion for people that want to choose this route is you need to do it for free at the beginning, because specifically if you don't have any experience or prior successes yet. And I think one main takeaway for people who are considering becoming a service provider for this platform is if you have no prior success or no prior experience yet, do it for free to start. Do not charge people money yet when you don't really know what you're doing or you don't really have any successes in your pocket yet. I think this, as any community or as any market, there will be scammers who are trying to offer a service that does not deliver true value. If you want to make decent money and you want to succeed becoming a service provider, I highly recommend you do it for free at the beginning. Really learn your ropes, really, learn and fail fast, learn fast to develop your own playbook so you can pay down your ignorance tax and get good at what you're selling and get good at the skills as soon, as fast as possible for this option. So with all that said, here are the 3 different options that we just went over to make money on TikTok Shop. So I don't think there is the best, the most ideal option for everyone. It really comes down to your situation, comes down to your skill sets. What I will say is becoming an affiliate is probably the most ideal option for most people to start, because content is really what sells today. It's the most important pillar of everything that you do online in marketing world today. So I highly recommend everyone to start with content creation, to become an affiliate first. If you're serious about TikTok Shop, if you want to make good money on this platform in 2025 and over the next few years. Hopefully this video is helpful. Let me know if you have any question down below in the comment section, and see you guys in the next one.